V8 pickup trucks that are half-tons are disappearing.
And they're being replaced by twin turbochargers, V6s, or maybe even straight six engines.
That's right, that's in the near future. So for now, we wanted to compare one of the better V8s that we know of against one of the newer twin turbocharged V6s that recently came out.
And to do this, we have a brand new Ram Rebel GT V8 and a brand new Toyota Tundra. It's here, the off-road twin turbo V6. How about we do an MPG battle?
Yes, but it gets better because we have a trailer behind it. That MPG battle is going to be while towing.
Dude, for traditional pickup truck guys, it doesn't get much better than this Ram Rebel GT.
5.7 liter Hemi. It's proven. We've driven them before. Solid engine, but there's a little bit more to this one.
Yes, so if you see this gaping hole, it has a new ramp airflow system that's on top of it, not coming from the side.
Right.
And also it has e-torque, so it should be a little bit, tiny bit more efficient.
Tiny bit, okay.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe. And it has a free-flowing exhaust system, and it sounds mwah!
And it's also hooked up to an 8-speed automatic transmission, which is not a dial. It's a proper gear lever, which I'm thrilled about.
395 horsepower and 410 pound-feet of torque.
Sweet. I gotta tell you, this doesn't put out as much heat as the other one. It's getting even colder right now. So let's make this fast.
And it's also kind of a little bit more cramped under here, but nonetheless, this is 3.5 liters of twin turbocharged new Toyota goodness.
Yeah, that's right. And it's hooked up to a 10-speed automatic transmission. All of that is brand new.
Yeah, and this is a trend, right? The previous Tundra had a V8.
Right.
That's no more. And hopefully this engine, what it can do is provide a lot more torque, actually, which it does, and also some efficiency.
So what are the power numbers?
389 horsepower and 479 pound-feet of torque. Way more than in a V8. So Nathan, how about this? How about we use 87 octane for both trucks?
Right.
That's their minimum requirement.
Okay.
And the Tundra has a 32-gallon tank, which is actually pretty sizable.
Yeah, that's a really good size.
All right, let's get it going. Let me do it properly, so...
Oh yeah, you gotta use the ledge.
Yeah.
Don't let it hang.
87, dude, right?
87.
Okay. Here we go. Top it off. Get on the road.
By the way, we should mention it's a little windy and it's extremely cold. It's about 34 degrees, at least last time I checked in the truck, and it might drop a little bit.
Well, another major snowstorm is coming tomorrow.
Yeah. Or
tonight. But I'm not too worried because I think it's coming this direction, so we're going to be hitting the wind first.
Right.
And then on the way back, this is a loop.
Yeah, but we're going north and south, and the wind is currently blowing basically south.
Yeah, so it should cancel out and give us perfect results.
Just like your hair.
Aha! You know, they call me Andre Topoff.
Do they?
No.
They call me Nathan Spill a lot.
Oh, that was a small top off.
Yeah, that was really tiny.
Okay. I'm gonna reset the trip meter. There it is. As you can see, the fuel tank is full right here. And note my odometer. Total miles we have so far in the Tundra is 5,137. Nathan, what do you say? Should we also get the reading on this empty Ram Rebel GT?
Yes, and also put 87 in it.
Yes. Dude, I noticed something. The
Capless.
Capless, yes.
Wasn't Ford the first to do that? Amongst trucks?
I think so. At least they're light duty and half tons.
Right. It does make it easier.
Okay, so this is almost full, so just kind of a top off on this ramp.
Right.
Ooh, okay, 30 seconds.
30
Let's
seconds.
wait. Oh, actually, that took a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Okay, zeroing out the Ram trip meter. This truck has about 4,313 miles, which is also a pretty broken in truck. It has air suspension, so hopefully it will be in its aero mode, and it's going to be in regular drive mode. Okay, so let's lay down the ground rules for this test.
Sounds good.
So we're gonna tow with the Tundra first.
Yep.
Obviously the trailer is behind us.
Yep.
And our cameraman is following us in a Ram Rebel. So we get the same data, right, on the same loop.
Exactly. And the loop we're doing is we're going to be cruising up and down the highway. It's a fairly flat section. It is a little windy today. The wind is blowing to the south, but we're going to be heading north and south. And we're pretty sure that wind will be blowing throughout today, according to weather reports. And currently, what is it, about 34?
33 degrees.
33 degrees. Okay,
Perfect weather.
Wonderful weather. Actually, it's not bad towing weather.
Yeah.
I mean, it keeps heat down. That's one thing for sure. So we're about a mile above sea level.
And we're running a 48.8 mile loop. And the reason why I know this is because we've used this loop before with many other trucks.
Right.
And also, I tracked it with GPS. And then we'll whip the trailer, right? We'll put the trailer behind the Ram and do the same loop, and we'll show you the data. So when we tow, we're going to be in tow haul mode.
Yep.
I just put Tow Plus on in the Tundra, which is their appropriate mode for trailers over 5,000 pounds, which is what we're currently doing. And same trailer, same day.
Okay, now what's the speed limit on the highway, and what are we going to be driving?
So the speed limit here, this is I-25, north of Denver. 75 miles per hour is the speed limit. But we always run our MPG loops and our efficiency loops at 70 miles an hour. Right.
That way we have across the board the same speed, and we try to maintain that speed throughout. And we're not hypermiling, but we're also not going to shove the vehicle and, you know, kill it, slam down the accelerator, which is why you're driving.
Yeah, and it's a fair speed, because in many states, not California, but in many other states across the country, you know, you could tow at 70 miles an hour.
Right.
California is 55, of course. But it's, you know, when you need to get somewhere, you need to go fast.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
All right, so I'm going to set my cruise control system, and I have my adaptive cruise control ready here. I'm going to set it at 70. And forget it. And today we're towing this magnificent brand new Black Series HQ19 camping trailer.
Yeah, it's not exactly small.
No, it's really beefy, and it's 25 feet long from the tongue to the very end. And well, let's find out how tall it is.
All right.
Okay, let's measure. I'm gonna measure to the roof right here. Let's see that. That's about 9 feet plus. Like 9 feet 3 inches.
All right, and then on top of that, you've got satellite thing and you've got the air conditioner. So I'm going to say 10 feet.
Oh yeah, pretty much 10 feet, and it weighs just by itself. It's really overbuilt.
Yeah,
7,000 pounds.
Okay, 7,000 pounds. Not exactly super aerodynamic, and then a lot of drag with these dual axle tires here. You know, I mean, that's going to definitely cause an issue.
Exactly. These are light truck tires, so they're proper, they're heavy, they're very heavy duty.
Yeah, but they create drag, and so it's going to definitely affect the MPG test.
Yes.
So I think we can sufficiently say we're driving the future.
We are. And you know what? This is actually Ford's fault.
Yeah, it is.
Right?
Yeah.
Because back in 2011, they first introduced us to the EcoBoost twin turbocharged engine.
Right, they did, and they stated that it would be pretty much in every vehicle they build, and they weren't kidding.
No, and at first, of course, we were all, you know, really apprehensive, right, and questioning it.
Yeah.
And back then they told us that V6 twin turbo will have power of a V8 and efficiency of a V6. Well, was it quite true?
Close.
Okay.
Close. Power, absolutely right on the power. As a matter of fact, some of our fastest times, both with 0 to 60s, the Ike Gauntlet, almost everything we've done when we've used an EcoBoost powertrain has been remarkably fast.
Yes.
But it hasn't been quite as efficient as I expected.
Yeah, especially for towing, right? Because when you need the power like we kind of do now, the turbos light up, you know, they provide that torque, but they're using fuel, they're using it.
They also tend to spin at a relatively high RPM, and one big difference between that powertrain and this one is how low it requires power. I mean, we're going, what, about 2,300 RPM right now?
Yeah, and it might actually downshift for us. Let's see how it behaves, because we're kind of planning out.
Does it show your gear?
No, it does not. I wish it would.
Ford does.
Yes. So here's the thing, dude. This is not just Ford and Toyota now, right? There's a trend, and we're hearing rumors also, right? So let's talk about not rumors. GM is really pushing their 2.7 liter 4-cylinder turbo.
Yeah, that thing is remarkably powerful. It's got more torque than this.
No, almost.
Oh, no. It has more torque than the Hemi.
Yeah, it has more torque than the Hemi, and most V8s, in fact.
Yes.
So GM is doing that. Of course, they still have their V8 engines, right?
Yeah, they do.
In their lineup. Ford still has the 5-liter.
Yeah, that's the only V8 they build for trucks.
Exactly. Well, for this class.
For this class, for half tons.
We're only talking half tons.
Yeah, we're not talking about heavy duties.
Right. So Nissan has a V8.
They have a V8. Just one.
That's the only engine that they have.
Yeah, the 5.6 liter.
Right. But there's a rumor about Armada getting a twin turbo, right?
Yes, it's a crazy rumor.
And maybe the Titan too.
Well, it might save the Titan if they do it right, but we'll see what happens. I mean, that is speculation, but the rumor comes from a pretty good source, so we'll see about that. So what we're seeing here is Toyota, possibly Nissan, definitely General Motors, absolutely Ford. They're all moving towards this type of powertrain, and also some of them are moving towards hybrid powertrains.
Exactly. And when we are in the Ram, we should discuss their rumor.
Yes.
Which is a straight 6.
Straight 6. Right. Twin turbo?
Yeah, well, technically yes, but it would be kind of like a
twin scroll?
Like a bi-turbo.
Oh, okay.
Like a, not 2 separate turbos for each bank of cylinders. But
right.
We don't know much about that.
No, we don't, because they didn't tell us very much. But more information is slowly coming out, and it all makes sense, because what everybody's trying to do is work their way to lower emissions, of course, and maintaining the power that we need, in fact even increasing the power we need, but by doing it without the large V8s, which, yeah, I agree with you guys. I know you're going to say this. You missed the sound, I missed the sound.
So how about this? How about we go like we always do, about halfway, video the turnaround?
Yeah.
And then get back to the pump.
That sounds great.
My friend, we have reached our northmost point.
Yes, time to turn around.
But there's one issue. There's some heavy traffic going south on I-25. So I propose to take a side highway, which I know is hidden here, which will keep us almost the same speed, but allow us to complete the test.
I think that's great. Not only that, but as long as both trucks do it, and both trucks encounter
in the same way,
right, the same amount of traffic and everything else, I think it's still a fair test.
All right, let's do it. Here's the data at this turnaround point. The trip meter currently is telling me 8.3 mpg, which is, well, technically that was into the wind.
Yes, it is.
So now the wind is behind us. We're going south again. We're maintaining speed, so hopefully that'll improve a little bit. Alrighty, dude, so that was the loop. We just got back.
Now, it's real world driving, but we think we can reproduce that loop in terms of the amount of traffic that's out there.
Exactly.
Current wind conditions are about the same, current weather conditions are about the same.
So I'm really curious about exactly, this is a heavy, really large camping trailer.
Right.
This is real world, guys, for you, because a lot of you have similar trailers, actually. Here's what the trip meter is saying after the loop in the Tundra, 8.8 mpg with the trailer. Well, thank you, dude.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Don't let it hang.
It's not hanging.
So our loop was 49 miles exactly.
Right.
We went a little bit further because of that slight detour.
Right.
But just what I wanted.
Yeah, and I think it was an interesting route because we got to do highway, real fast highway, and then a little bit of rural highway as well.
You can stop now.
Not until I suck up every dollar in your account.
Oh. All right, 30 seconds and top off. So we went 49 miles and we used 5.548 gallons, equals 8.8. Good golly, the trip meter was precise.
That is awesome, and I love seeing that, and at the same time I'm wondering, is that good or bad?
Well, it's not great, because I was hoping closer to 10, right?
Right.
We've seen bigger trailers around 10 mpg, but the conditions are this, so let's hook up the Ram and figure out what it does. Okay, same distance, 49 miles divided by 2.809 equals 17.4. Wait, what?
So we're accurate with both of these? What the hell's going on?
This never happens. Usually they're usually off somewhere.
Yeah, I know, it's like a 5% thing or whatever. Okay, well, so far so good then, right?
Yeah, well, let's change the trailers and figure out what the Ram can do towing.
Hell yeah.
Alright dude, so here's the polyblock hitch. It comes with its own attachment right here. It's rated up to 12,000 pounds. And the gross vehicle weight on this trailer is about 10.
Okay.
So it can move, it has three-dimensional freedom. So this way, pivot, etc. Has its own shock. And here's the deal. The Tundra was pretty easy to hook up.
Yeah.
But look at the Ram. Look down here. So the hooks are a little bit further in, underneath the truck, and then I'm struggling with this D-ring. I have to pull it through the side and then attach this heavy-duty chain, dude.
That's a big-ass chain. Oh, it's bigger than our regular chains that we're used to.
I know, this whole trailer is overbuilt.
Everything is overbuilt.
Hook up the electricals. The cable is stiff, dude. Everything is stiff.
Well, it's cold. Happy to see you.
Okay. The trailer brake is connected. Thank you very much. Resetting the trip meter in the Ram with the trailer. Let's go. As we're going on the highway, I'm gonna set my cruise control to 70. And let's listen to it first.
Guys, if you could just make your V6 sound this good, then nobody would care.
But this Rebel GT is kind of cheating a little bit. It's got a free-flowing intake.
Yeah.
It's got Mopar exhaust.
Yeah.
Well, it's not cheating. It's just
augmenting what it has.
Good. But it's real. It's
true. They're not piping in the noise, which is something that other people do.
But look at this, dude. I'm hung at about 4,500 RPM, accelerating to 70, so it's revving higher.
Yeah, but it's going to drop a gear soon.
Okay, so let me set it.
This is an 8-speed automatic transmission, but the big thing here, and this is huge for me, is that they actually have a proper gear lever. Same transmission though, and essentially what they did was people wanted stuff out of the TRX, and so with this GT package, what they did was they took a couple things out of there and they added it to this truck, lifted the price, which is why this thing's pretty damn expensive, really expensive actually, but they gave the customers what they wanted.
I want to talk about price because you brought up price. It's very important.
It is indeed.
Yes. So first of all, the Tundra you saw us use and tow with, that MSRP was 57,000 and change.
But what trim was it?
It's a limited trim, which is their mid-grade.
Yes.
With Tier D off-road package, like we showed you. It's a crew cab short bed.
Right.
This is also a crew cab short bed, but this is a Rebel GT. GT is a separate package, like we're talking about.
Exactly.
And the price is steep, $71,800 approximately.
And what really drives us nuts is the fact that is getting really close to TRX territory. And And the TRX is obviously...
And also Raptor territory.
And Raptor, yeah, it's in Raptor territory, and it's almost in TRX territory. Now, bear in mind, what you're getting is a fully loaded luxury line truck with every conceivable option, with the exception of, obviously, the big TRX, performance
suspension,
package.
yeah.
Right.
We're testing this truck because it's kind of the flip coin, the other side of the coin for trends. Because the other trend is to make your truck more off-road capable, right?
Right, and that's kind of where this one comes in. This is as much luxury as you can get in a super off-road package, one step below going to the TRX, for Ram at least.
Yeah, and capability is still there. I mean, it's a tiny bit less payload, so this is about 1,330 pounds. The Tundra was at 1,400 pounds.
So they're close.
So they're close on maximum payload. We're getting close, you and I, with the trailer. And the towing is almost the same. The Tundra was at about 11,100. This is 11,200, which I was surprised by.
I thought it would be the other way around. I thought that the Tundra would tow more, but I mean, they're basically within the same ballpark as each other.
Yeah, so when you're getting the Rebel package, you're actually not losing a lot of capability as far as weight carrying capacity.
I'm still dumbfounded that both trucks, which have off-road trim, meaning off-road tires, off-road suspension, basically all that setup, are able to tow that much. It's surprising.
Yeah. So now, this is about the same piece of highway where we talked about suspension and how it drives. It's revving a little bit higher than the Tundra because the torque here is higher in the RPM band.
Yeah.
But the suspension feels a little smoother.
I would say it's a lot smoother.
Yes.
It doesn't feel quite as jouncy. So yes, it's still bumpy, but it's sort of smoothing out the bumps. And bear in mind that we are talking about a very high-end suspension system that's on this vehicle, which is part of the hefty price. So can you get an air suspension on the Toyota? Yes, you can.
But not four corners.
Not all four corners.
Yeah.
But we still haven't tested that one, so it's not fair to compare their rides directly. We can just tell you what we feel. So this one is obviously a little bit smoother. I mean, here I am bumping along, but it is a little smoother.
But this is the same really bumpy section that we tested.
Mm-hmm.
I agree, it smooths it out a little bit better than the Tundra that we experienced. And the stability, swing stability is about the same. Both of them are affected by wind just a little bit because it is a little bit windy.
Yes, it is.
So I would give it a slight edge over comfort, but stability is about the same. All right, dude, so let's get to the turnaround point and take exactly the same route, right?
Yeah, the rural route back.
So we're nearing our turnaround point.
Yes.
We've gone as north as we did with the Tundra.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll show you the trip meter in a second. But at this point in time, it's showing under 8.
Under 8 miles per gallon?
Yes.
Okay. Well, this is
that was into the wind.
Right.
And you're probably asking right now, rear differential ratios.
Yeah.
You know, you're probably saying, wait, guys, it's not fair. But here's the thing. The Tundra, the new one, only comes with one rear differential now.
Right.
No choices. 331.
That's a 3, okay.
And it has a 10-speed automatic, like you said. So it has a variety of ratios you can use. Mm-hmm. This is a 392 rear end, because that's why it's rated to tow this high number. But it has an 8-speed. So
not as many ratios to play with.
Not quite as many. So it is not the same, but both trucks are tuned by their respective manufacturers to be optimal, right? I mean, that's what they do, is they tune these things. All right, let's get to the rumor, the juicy one.
Yes.
Is that apparently, and this was actually according to the Ram website, which they later changed.
Yes.
Is a 3-liter high output straight inline 6 engine is coming. It's just not clear exactly which vehicle it might be in first. Rumor has it that the Grand Wagoneer Jeep and also the Jeep Grand Cherokee may be getting this new turbocharged 3-liter. But I'm betting, I think Ram is another candidate.
Well, currently, in terms of their smallest displacement, most efficient powertrain, that's I guess it would have to be the V6, the Pentastar.
The Pentastar, yes.
But the Pentastar's now been around for a long time, and it's covered almost every vehicle they build. Hell, if they could shove them in Fiats, they would have. So now, perhaps they're looking for a more efficient, more
but
powerful.
also powerful, yes.
Right. And I think that it may do battle with the 3-liter that Ford has, which is a V6. That's a powerful V6. And also...
And the Tundra.
Yes.
Yeah.
But also the 4-cylinder turbo that's coming from General Motors. That's a very torquey power plant. So this might be the answer to those.
So that was same speed, same time. Dude, I'm very happy.
I would say that under the circumstances in real world conditions, we did really well getting what we got.
Yeah, with traffic, multiple accidents, we were able to maintain our speeds. Not our accidents.
Not our accidents, but other people's. My God, there were so many.
Dude, there's like Priuses stuck in walls.
Yeah, it was
all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, it was an Audi or something like that too.
Oh, there's a Lexus?
Lexus, that was it.
Anyway, so the current result, 8.2 mpg.
According to this.
According to the trip meter in the RAM. So, a couple things. I want to see what the Tundra says, and I also want to verify this at the pump. Can we nail this? Can the pump agree with this?
Alrighty, yo.
Let's do it!
It's cold!
But consistently cold, which is great.
It sucked all day.
Well, it's like, you know, it's like a summer day in Siberia right now.
Oh, is it? Yeah, so it's the wind chill is not helping anything.
49 miles divided by 6.546 gallons equals 7.5. So the trip meter was a bit off.
Was a bit off on this one.
Yes.
So it was accurate last time when we did a dry run, but not very accurate when we did this.
I'm thinking that this GT hasn't towed a lot in its 4,000 miles. So maybe it was a little bit unsure, but we verified it. It's significantly actually less. But what, 1.3 gallons? MPG, I mean?
When you think about it, and the fact that the conditions are the way they are, the Toyota proved to be a lot more efficient, but it's not much as a surprise considering that it's a very modern package for powertrain.
It was just 18.8 and now 18.7 mpg. This is almost identical to what I saw with this exact truck on a long road trip from Houston and also on a recent trip to Los Angeles. So this seems to be at high speeds. This is what the Tundra does. 87. This should be relatively quick. By the way, the Ram offers several different fuel tank sizes depending on how you option it. I would have preferred that they put their biggest tank, I think it's a 33 gallon, in every Ram truck, but hey, who am I to say? .49 miles divided by 2.773 gallons equals 17.7.
Wait a minute.
And remember, the Ram was 17.4. They're super close. I expected the Tundra to be quite a bit better.
Okay, but the Tundra really proved itself when it comes to towing.
Yeah, it did.
Okay, so it's a lot more efficient that way.
So let us know what you think in the comments below. I'm a bit surprised. I expected the Tundra to be a little bit higher, maybe 18, 19. And towing, it did better. It just stayed, the torque is down low, so it stayed there.
So maybe if you guys really want a super efficient Toyota Tundra, just throw something on the hitch.
There you have it. And as always, go back to TFLtruck.com and TFL-studios.com for all of the automotive news.